It started as a routine rescue in 1986. 3 neglected children pulled from a hoarder house in rural Indiana. But in one haunting photo, a 4th child stood watching from the shadows. No name, no records. No one ever mentioned her again. Until 40 years later, when a survivor returned and opened a trap door no one was meant to find. Stay with us, because this child wasn't just forgotten. She was erased. They called it the worst case of child neglect in Indiana history. In the sweltering summer of 1986, emergency services were dispatched to a decaying farmhouse on the outskirts of rural Jackson County. What they found behind that door made national headlines. 3 children, siblings, barefoot, starved and filthy, were rescued from inside a collapsing hoarder house. Mountains of trash reached the ceiling. The air was thick with mold. Rats scurried over old furniture. And yet, the children survived. The oldest, Michael, was just 9. The youngest, Rosie, was barely 4. Authorities called it a miracle. But buried in one photo, a simple image captured by a local reporter, something didn't add up. There were 3 children, and a 4th figure, half shrouded in shadow, barely visible behind a torn curtain. A small girl, barefoot, expression blank, eyes staring directly into the camera, and then nothing. No records, no trace, no mention in police reports. She was never seen again, until now. Nearly 40 years later, Michael, now in his late 40s, returned to that house for the first time. The structure had long since collapsed in parts. Nature had overtaken the building. Ivy crawled over broken windows. The roof had caved in, but the basement was still there. Michael had always felt something was missing from his memories, not just trauma, but someone, a presence, a sister. He had dreams as a child, whispers in the night, the sound of humming, a name he couldn't quite remember. Then he found it. A rusted trapdoor beneath what used to be the kitchen floor, hidden beneath rotted linoleum, nearly fused shut with time. He pried it open, and what he discovered changed everything. Inside was a crawl space no more than 4 feet high. The air was thick. The flashlight beam barely cut through the dust, and tucked in the far corner was a small, water-damaged notebook. Childlike handwriting, stick figure drawings, and one name repeated again and again, Eliza. Michael froze, because that was the name from his dreams. The notebook told a story no one had ever heard. It described punishments, silence, a world beneath the floor where she hid for hours, sometimes days. It said, "They don't know about me, but I'm still here." And it ended with, "If someone finds this, don't forget me." Police reopened the case. Cadaver dogs were brought in. Forensic teams scanned the remaining foundation. And beneath the old staircase, buried in earth and insulation, they found the skeletal remains of a small child. Estimated age, 7 to 8 years old. DNA testing is still ongoing, but there is no doubt it's her, the 4th child, Eliza. So why was she erased? Why was there no death certificate, no hospital record, not even a name in the school system? Investigators uncovered files showing that Eliza Baxter was born in 1978, making her the 2nd eldest of the siblings. She appeared on only one early medical form, then disappeared entirely from all public documentation by 1982. There were signs of manipulation, altered records, falsified reports, even adoption inquiries that vanished mid-process. The Baxter parents, who died in custody in the early 90s, never spoke of a 4th child. When asked during interrogations, they denied her existence completely. It was as if she had been erased on purpose. The notebook revealed more: drawings of other children, names no one recognized, pages that described others visiting the house only to disappear. References to the Red Door Room, a place no one ever returned from. Eliza's world was one of silence and shadows. She wrote of being punished for speaking, of being locked away during family visits, of watching her siblings through cracks in the walls. Michael now remembers moments that never made sense: an extra plate at the table, a lullaby in the dark, and once waking up to find his blanket missing, only to see it stuffed into the heating vent weeks later. Eliza was there, hidden, ignored, forgotten. As news of the discovery spread, former neighbors came forward. Some said they heard cries late at night. Others remember seeing a small girl in the window, but no one acted. One woman, a retired postal worker, admitted she saw a fourth child when delivering a package. She asked about her, but was told she was just a cousin visiting. The town had turned a blind eye. Now, nearly 4 decades later, justice might finally be served. The Baxter home is being excavated. New evidence is being processed, and investigators are opening over a dozen missing child reports from the region between 1975 and 1986. Because Eliza's notebook included more than her story. It included other names, some of them real, some of them unknown. But one thing is certain: Eliza wasn't the only one. Michael has become the voice of the story, quiet, shaken, but determined. He visits her grave weekly. A stone now marks her name. Eliza Baxter, 1978. You were here, we remember. This case isn't over, and it never really was. Because what happened in that house wasn't just about one child. It was about a system that failed them all, about silence, about the shadows we let grow behind closed doors. But Eliza's voice wasn't silenced. She wrote her truth, and someone found it. Now the world knows. Stay tuned for more haunting true stories, long-buried mysteries, and investigations that refuse to be forgotten. Because the past doesn't stay buried forever. Not when someone is still whispering from beneath the floorboards.